Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. And I've always said the juxtaposition between these two school meetings where we celebrate the life of the intellect and students and what they do in the classroom, and then we move to the other area, which is we celebrate the ways in which our teams have performed and individuals have performed. We have a little bit of a couple things that just so you, Mr. P will be speaking, but then because his baseball team, he will have to leave probably at some point during or immediately after his remarks. And Mr. Kennerson cannot be here because the golf team is off at the KIT. But I will just quickly tell you that there's a lot to feel good about in terms of the way we performed, both in terms of our record and, more importantly, in terms of the class that we had as a group and as a school. We won 61% of our games, our varsity games. Any team that is 6-4 over a season in a league like ours, that's a heck of a record. It's much improved over where we were in the winter and the fall, and I think you should feel really good about that. So congratulations to all those teams. Thank you. Hey!
Very well done, class of 2014. I'll be playing the role of Mr. Kennerson this morning, who, as Mr. McMullen mentioned, is at the KIT golf tournament. I just want to say a few words about the boys' golf team and hand out their awards. Certainly, one of Taft's strongest golf teams in history. The Taft 2014 team played some great golf this spring. Even though we lost 6 competitions due to weather, the golfers were able to improve and post some excellent results. Certainly the highlight of the season was Saturday's Founders League Championship. The team score of 369 illustrated why this team is one of the strongest in history. Our 5-player stroke average of 73.8 would compete favorably against most Northeast college teams, from NESCAC to Patriot League to the Ivy League. Sebastian Chang's round of 71 is the second lowest score posted by a Taft golfer in all of Mr. Kennerson's years as a coach. And to perform that well in the league championship makes it all the more special. Mr. Kennerson wants to thank his fellow boys golf coaches, Mr. Giffen and Mr. Murphy, and a special thanks to the 4-year letter winners, Captain Matt Schmente and Jack Dayton. With them as part of the varsity golf team, the 4-year record stands at 47-7. I'd like to read the varsity letter winners, and you boys can stand up. Manny Capice, Sebastian Chang, Jack Dayton, Owen McGowan, Bob Mang, Julian Papadopoulou, Jack Porcelli, J.P. Rafferty, and Matt Schmente, captain. Because the team won the Founders League, they have 3 Founders League awards to give out, and you guys can get these from Mr. Kennerson after, please. John Porcelli, Owen McGowan, and J.P. Rafferty. And the Gillespie Golf Award, given to that member of the varsity golf team who carries on the tradition of sportsmanship and love of the game, characteristic of John Gillespie during his 34 years of association with Taft. And this year's winner is Matt Schmente. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, captains. Next year's captains are J.P. Rafferty and Bob Mang.
Hi, so 2014 varsity baseball team is 10-9. We have a game today, and as Mr. McMullen said, we apologize. We're going to have to leave partway through this assembly. But in any measure, this has been a successful season. When we were down in Florida before the season started with a few players injured, the coaches weren't sure how this season was going to play out. So to be at this point 10-9 is really a success, and it's a tribute to the seniors who led the team, the returning seniors, Hadley Stone, Patch Robinson, and Will Albright, and then our 3 new seniors, Liam Devon, and then Petey Cologne and Easton Miller, who came out for the team this year for the first time. A tribute to them that we're in a very good position this year. I want to thank the assistant coaches, Coach Trena and Coach Ganung, for all that they do. And then also the people behind the scenes, the trainers, of course, to help those guys get healthy and be able to play most of the season. Marianne, Serge, and Rachel. And then Pat O'Toole, who works tirelessly behind the scenes to get everything ready for every game. And the grounds crew, who keeps our field in excellent condition, as you can see if you've strolled by the field at all this spring. The letter winners, and you should stand and remain standing. William Albright, John Canada, Andrew Colangelo, Pedro Colon, Ross Colton, Liam Devon, Hunter France, Doug Goldstone, Quentin Harris, Justin Lebec, Easton Miller, Kevin Mulhern, Patrick Robinson, Hadley Stone, captain, Brian Tomasco, and Jeremiah Vargas. Our two Founders All-League Awards go to Patrick Robinson and Justin Lebec. And the Stone Baseball Award, given annually to that member of the varsity baseball team who, through his leadership, consistent high level of performance, perseverance, and good sportsmanship, has made an outstanding contribution to the Taft baseball team. The 2014 winner is Hadley Stone. And we did vote for captain yesterday, and in an overwhelming majority of the votes, the captain next year will be Justin Lebec.
Ms. Duffy and I would agree that 3 highlights of the season would include witnessing the warm welcome the returning players extended to the new players. It would include singing as loud as we could the theme song to Frozen, Let It Go, Let It Go, something that is very important after a bad shot in golf, and watching the team holding hands and singing Kumbaya as they walk to the locker room on their last day after practice. These highlights have nothing to do with the golfer's skill, but they have everything to do with the spirit of our team. As they say, golf is not only a game played on the course, it is also a game played in the 6 inches between the ears. Golf is mentally and physically challenging sport, and one quickly learns the importance of uncontrollables. This year, our biggest uncontrollable was the weather. We had 7 matches canceled this year, which greatly affected our overall record, which usually includes about 15 wins. This year's team came in second in the New England tournament with over 30 different schools participating, and today we host the Founders League tournament. Tomorrow, we will host the 7th annual Sadie Hawkins Tournament for the Daniel J. Wilcox Memorial Fund to help children attend summer camp who are affected from domestic violence. At this event, the John Favano Taft Class of 44 Golf Award will be presented to the individual that best exemplifies the spirit of Taft golf. Jackie Ely will receive this award. The girls' golf program started its inaugural season just 8 years ago. Their overall golf record now is 111 wins, 9 losses, 4 ties. It has been a terrific 8-2 season, and hopefully today we will add another Founders League championship to our accomplishments. Please stand and remain standing when your name is called. Varsity letter winners: Jackie Ely, Mary Legree Augenstein, Penn Average, Megan Foos, Hannah Walensky, Avery Andreski, and Marissa Mission. Where are they? Our Founders League winners are Jackie Ely and Legree Augenstein. The Girls Golf Award presented to that player who, through her commitment to the game of golf, has displayed the highest level of integrity and sportsmanship. This year, the award goes to Legree Augenstein. Legree here? Oh, there's Legree. Okay, come on. The captains for the 2015 season will be Penn Average and Megan Foos.
First off, to my assistant coaches and the support staffs in the athletic department, the training room, and the dining hall, my deepest thanks and gratitude. The 2014 boys track team successfully pushed through ill-time injuries, college revisits, and APs. rallied behind the calm and resilient leadership of senior captains John McMullen and Troy Mupen to finish the season with a final record of 6-5. On the girls' side, youthful and inexperienced are among the first words that come to mind when I'm asked to describe the 2014 track team. To the team's credit, they rallied behind the example set by Rashi Narayan, Taylor Rado, and Captain Shayna Joseph, the program's only returning seniors. The athletes worked hard. They were good teammates. They built a lineup that was deeper and more balanced over time and won 3 of their final 5 meets. The teams competed in several big meets as the season drew to a close. The Founders League Invitational meet at Avon produced numerous first-place finishes and season-best performances for the 26 Taft girl and boy athletes who participated. In the rain-shortened Founders League Championship meet at Hotchkiss, 18 of the 27 Taft athletes who participated earned places in the top 6, and John McMullen was the league champion in the 400 meters. At the New England Prep School Division I Championship meet at Northfield Mount Hermon this past Saturday, the girls' team finished 11th, the boys' team tied for 9th with Andover, and 5 out of the 14 Taft athletes who participated in the meet earned places in the top 6. Letter and numeral winners, could you please stand and remain standing when your name is called? For the girls, varsity numerals go to Ismatu Ba, Dana Biddle, Sarah Coleman, and Maggie Luddy. I'll say it again. If you could please stand and remain standing when your name is called. Varsity letter winners, Livy Barnett, Titse Beneka, Makari Chung, Sophia Dawn, Rio Dennis, Hannah Dillon, Julia Falco, Victoria Gordon, Shayna Joseph, Captain, Caroline Kearns, Elizabeth Lau, Rashi Narayan, Taylor Rado, Jalissa Rodriguez, Ileana Smith, Solange Saward, Maggie Swamley, Alicia Wong, Caroline Winicki, and Agnes Wong. And for the boys, if you could please stand and remain standing. Varsity numerals go to Laura Nagao, manager, Chico Diorio, Jordan Maya, James Mattins, Jimmy Putko, Dan Quirk, TJ Schultz, Andrew Smith, Peter Straub, Sean Strickland, Leon Vortmeyer, RJ White, Kevin Juan, and Teddy Zollner. And varsity letter winners go to Cardi Campbell, Zachary Cyrus, Robert Detman, Tyler Dullinger, Fernando Fernandez, Jacob Goldstein, John McMullen, co-captain, Cole Meyer, Troy Mupen, co-captain, Biggie Nandabiwit, Quinn O'Malley, Nadir Pearson, Yanni Sitsis, Jared Thompson, Preston Veely, and Kelvin Zhu. A number of our track athletes received postseason awards and recognition. Seniors Rashi Narayan, Taylor Rado, Cardi Campbell, and league champion John McMullen were all selected as Founders League All-Stars. And the Seymour Willis Beardsley Track Award, which is awarded each year to those members of the track teams who most thoroughly typify the finest spirit and accomplishment of the ideals of the school laid down by Horace Dutton Taft. The 2014 winners are Shayna Joseph and Troy Mupen. The 2015 track teams for the girls will be led by Captain-elects Caroline Kearns, Rio Dennis, Ileana Smith, and Livy Barnett. And the boys... And the boys will be led by co-captain-elects Zachary Cyrus and Preston Veely.
Hola, niños. Thanks first to assistant coach Baptiste Bataille, whose professional approach to flexibility and footwork drills made a huge improvement in our team's agility this season. This was a marvelous season. I don't want to jinx it before today's match, but we've won the doubles point in every single match we've played this year. Testimony to great teamwork and the aggressive attacking style for which Taft is famous. We're 12-2 right now. Our only dual meet losses to Andover and Brunswick, both 4-3 battles that could easily have fallen our way. In an early season blitzkrieg, we beat Hotchkiss, Deerfield, and Choate, and it was clear that we could go all the way. We won the Founders League. We won the Southern New England Tennis League tournament with clutch play in the finals by Cagno and Boyle in doubles, avenging their only loss of the season, and by Boyle, Mulroy, and Pelé in singles, each of whom defeated his Hotchkiss rival. Entering the New England A-Division tournament as the second seed, we beat Choate in the quarterfinals, and the Triple Crown was tantalizingly within reach. In the semis, facing Hotchkiss, we easily won the doubles point, and after Cagno and Boyle both won their singles, we were sitting pretty, up 3-zip, needing only one more singles win to land in the finals versus Andover. Sadly, the magic ended, and we couldn't find the fourth point. Just one of those days that's hard to swallow, and from which it's hard to move on. But that's what resilience is all about, and we'll bounce back today against a talented Hopkins team this afternoon. Hope you'll come out and get your last look at Raymond Cagno and double specialist Tucker Killian in their Taft careers. Letter winners, please stand and remain standing. Bradney Black, manager player. Cortland Boyle, Griffin Connor, Michael Darling, George Johnston, Raymond Cagno, captain, Tucker Killian, Michael Mulroy, Jacques Bellet, and Porus Schruff. We have 3 Founders League All-Stars. Cortland Boyle, who I should mention, I tallied up all his singles and doubles matches this season. Cortland went 35-3. Mike Mulroy and George Johnston. The Aldrich H. Mann Jr. 09 Award, established in 1977 by his families and friends, is awarded annually to the outstanding varsity player. This year, it goes to the Budapest bomber, guy who eats, breathes, sleeps tennis, Raymond Cagno. Next year's captain is Mike Mulroy.
Due to severe time restraints, I have encapsulated our season in a poem. There once was a team from Lakeville whose girls for the first time we did kill. We crushed Sacred Heart. Wait, that's only the start. And our dream to the New Englands we did fulfill. Yes, We did indeed beat six-time New England champion Hotchkiss this year for the first time since 2002. But to truly understand this group of girls, you have to understand that there was not one player on the 11-girl team that came to Taft to play tennis. We were undermanned in every single match on paper, but this group of girls was a spirited, intelligent, and athletic bunch that proved that the team was stronger, much stronger than the sum of its parts. We concluded the season with an 8-1 trouncing of Choate, which propelled us into the New England A tournament, one of the top 8 teams in New England. We were the number 6 seed, and the top 5 seeds all came from Boston. So we were the number 1 seed from our neck of the woods, which is a great accomplishment for this group of girls. We went to the New Englands. We took on the number 3 seed Nobles. Unfortunately, it's going to go down as one of Nobles' all-time great victories and one of Taft's all-time great matches. After 3 hours and 30 minutes of back-and-forth tennis, the match was knotted at 4. The number 4 singles players were knotted at 1 set apiece. The third set went to a tiebreak, and we were unable to pull it out. But it was an epic 3-hour and 45-minute encounter that I will not soon forget, and that our girls should be very, very proud of. The numeral winners this year are John Cannon and Jake Lord, our able managers, and letter winners, please stand and remain standing. Maggie O'Neill, Isabel Taba, Lanting Liu, Natalie Whiting, Allison SPF 90 Sheehan, Eugenie Jurgens Greff, Isabel, what time is it? Stack, Liv, O'Malley, Hannah, I'm gonna kick your friend, and Bella Short Court legend Ordway. This year's Founders League All-Stars go to Hannah Friend and Olivia O'Malley. The George Gould Award, awarded annually to that tennis player that represents the values, sportsmanship, and will to win of George Gould. This year goes to a girl who came to us late, but we're forever grateful that she did. She led us to many a victory. She was an outstanding captain, both on and off the court. Isabel Stack. And next year's team will be led by repeat captain Bella Ordway.
Good morning. The girls varsity lacrosse season will conclude this afternoon in a contest against Hopkins. With 1 game to go, the team record is 9-4. An absolute highlight of this season was our team's 11-9 win over Loomis Chaffee, a team that Taft had not beat for over 15 years. Before I announce letter, numeral, and award winners, I want to recognize the 54 girls in the lacrosse program, many of whom came to preseason in single-digit temperatures and freezing weather, obviously, this February. I also know from Miss Procida and Miss Silverman, the JV coaches, from Miss Leal and Miss Fenn, the thirds coaches, that the effort, commitment, and positivity on their respective teams allowed for much learning and fun and success this season, so kudos to all. I also want to extend a special thank you to Ms. Crisco, Mr. O'Toole, and our athletic trainers who juggle so much to allow our teams to play and to show up in all weather and on any day of the week. Thank you. Special thank you also to Carrie Bracco, who offered so much wisdom and inspiration and perspective to the varsity team this year as an assistant coach. We were very lucky to have her. Last, I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to work with 8 fantastic seniors this season. Our seniors demonstrated relentless intensity, selflessness, grace under pressure, and a desire to leave the program and the team in an ever better place. Thank you. This year we had 2 New England All-Stars, Collins Grant and Rachel Alberti. We had 2 Western New England All-Stars, Caroline Quealy and Becky Dutton. And we had 2 Founders League All-Stars, Lauren Drakely and Rachel Muskin. The Girls Varsity Lacrosse Varsity Numeral Award winners are Charlie Himmelrich and Taewon Shim, our managers. And letter winners, please stand when I say your name and remain standing. Rachel Alberti, Lauren Drakely, Eliza Dunham, Becky Dutton, Nina Garfinkel, Collins Grant, co-captain, Catherine Kaler, Natalie Kapp, Maggie Lineberger, Nicole Lowell, Brooke Majewski, Sam Manfreda, Gwen McGee, Rachel Muskin, Rosie Oppenheim, co-captain, Caroline Quealy, Caitlin Schoenholtz, Ellie Smith, Coco Takas, and Eleanor Walker. The Wandelt Lacrosse Award, awarded to that member of the girls varsity squad for sportsmanship, play, and outstanding contribution to lacrosse. The 2014 winners are Collins Grant and Rosie Oppenheim. Captains of the 2015 girls varsity lacrosse team will be Rachel Alberti and Lauren Drakely.
Good morning. I wrote much of this talk when I was driving back from Founders Day during the long weekend. Founders is really our biggest race of the season, where we see some of the stiffest competition on the East Coast. Every boat gets to race, and there are thousands of spectators to cheer on the crews. Even with the ridiculous wind, it was an exceptional day of racing. And on the drive home, I thought about, if you had asked me about how Founders Day, and in fact the whole season, was going to shape up 5 months ago, I would have had no prediction of how remarkable this team was going to be. I wouldn't have been able to fathom the challenges and the pain, but also wouldn't have known about how amazed I was going to be by the hard work, tenacity, physical talent, the huge supportive hearts, and the fierce competitiveness. As many teams are to most of you all, this team is one that is clearly one that we can call family. There's no drama, no egos, just passion and love and commitment to truly the most individual team sport there is. So a quick reflection on this success. We moved as a team with only 2 days of water before our first race to one that has successfully qualified all 4 varsity boats into the New England Championships. Along the way, we have had exciting events like winning the Alumni Cup at Warramog last week, a 2K event where every single member of the team PR'd one day. Athena Wilkinson is now only 6 seconds off the school record as of yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon. Following our team theme of chipping away, there were rematches that we came back to win against GA and Pomfret. We had laughter and hard work and 3-day practices in Augusta, Georgia. We were led by 6 amazing seniors who pushed their boats, each in supportive ways, and set a tone for the team of positivity and focus. And we had an amazing boat dedication in Zoe's name this weekend that we were touched that so many of you came to. So as we prepare to bid another amazing season farewell, I want to thank the seniors for their amazing hard work. They have shaped this team to be one I am truly so very proud of. It's also with a very, very heavy heart that we say goodbye to my good friend, a rock and a beauty and an inspirational leader, Miss Aguirre, who has made these last 2 years so incredibly enjoyable. But I do very much look forward to beating her when she's at Choate next year. I was fearful that this was going to be a season we were going to call the season that could have been. But it's clearly turned out to be the season that was. So thank you to all 31 rowers, Miss Aguirre and Miss Albin, for that opportunity. I suck at this, don't I? I can't get through anything without crying. All right, now to the varsity numerals and varsity letters. For the varsity numerals, please stand and remain standing. We have Katie Bonchi, Hallie Burke, Caroline Elliott, Lauren Fadiman, Gabby Gura, Sumi Kim, Catherine Moya, Sarah Nolan, Olivia Page, Kavya Selva, and Hannah White, who will all be racing this afternoon at the Lower Boat Regatta. And our varsity letter winners, we have Kim Amelsberg, Carolyn Baird, Andrea Benvenuto, Tara Clayton, Charlotte Cunningham, co-captain, Emily Drakely, Becky Frank, Allie Hildreth, Tally Hodges, Helen Hofelt, Sophie Cami, Sam Lammy, Tiffany Lee, R.C. O'Shea, Megan Smith, Catherine Tewksbury, or Kate Tewksbury, Angelitha Kaur, Amelia Wilhelm, co-captain, Athena Wilkeson, and Gunesh Yalkin. And we have two Founders League Award winners, Athena Wilkinson and Charlotte Cunningham. And the Crew Award, established in 1993, given to that member of the crew who has outstanding contribution, sterling character, and dedicated perseverance, embodies the best ideals of rowing. This year's two winners are Charlotte Cunningham and Amelia Wilhelm. And next year, in an unbelievable tie of points, we have three captains, Becky Frank, Athena Wilkinson, and Tally Hodges.
You may recognize some themes here as I talk about the boys' crew season. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Calori and Mr. Brundage as my assistant coaches for the skill, the knowledge, and the good humor that they brought to the team. I have to mention Marianne, Rachel, and Serge because they kept us together literally at the beginning of the season, kept us in one piece. This, to repeat what Ms. Borkin was saying, was a season that almost never was. Thanks to the ice, we didn't get on the water until April 9th, 3 days before our first race. Thanks to the wind, we were on the water for a total of less than 2 weeks before the Founders Day Regatta over long weekends. The win-loss record of the 4 varsity boats stands at 41-44, with the first boat's record at 15-9. Since I have to be brief, I will only talk about 2 highlights of the season so far. The law firm, it's our 4th boat, Mulder, Murray, Mulder, and Holt, won their race at the Smith Cup with no warm-up thanks to the AP Euro exam. And our first boat won silver at Founders Day as the top scholastic program in the field. All 4 varsity boats have qualified for New England's, with first boat seeded 6th out of 29, second boat seeded 10th, third 12th, and fourth boat seeded 10th. The numeral winners, if you would stand, please, and stay standing. Noah Baird, Jack Elred, Tony Liu, Nikki Merrill Fukuda, Fiordi Mulla, Kevin Perez, Will Sisson, and Luke Wilson. Varsity letters go to Chris Capice, and if you would please stand and stay standing, Liam Carty, Catherine Chesbrough, Henry Conlon, Andrew Connor, Andrew Ferrier, Henry Froland, Rico Gilland, Shelby Hetherington, Phil Holt, Alexa Lambert, Matt Liebers, who's taking an AP exam right now, Emma Lux, Gabe Menison, Evan Miller, Ben Moffa, Josh Mulder, Michael Mulder, Keenan Murray, Carl Sangri, and Jack Torney. Our two Founders League All-Stars are Jack Torney and Chris Capice. The Crew Award was established in 1993, as you've heard, and is given to that member of the crew team whose outstanding contributions, sterling character, and dedicated perseverance embody the best ideals of rowing. This year, we are proud to honor Liam Carty. Liam's got one more medal to win on Saturday. Captains for 2015, voted by their teammates, Jack Torney and Richard Gilland.
First, I'd like to start off by thanking our coaching staff, Tom Antonucci and Colin Farrar. Tom, I really appreciated your willingness to step up and take on more responsibility this year, as well as for always keeping me in line. And Colin, you are a wonderful addition to our program, and I'm certain that Fun with Farrar will be sorely missed next year. I would also like to thank our fantastic manager, Sue Ann Young, and the trainers and Mr. O'Toole, who took excellent care of our girls. Losing 6 seniors last spring, the start of the season was filled with a lot of uncertainty. There are many new faces and positions that needed to be filled. Leading the way this year was our senior captain, Audrey Quirk, who remained our rock throughout the whole year. We had a young team this year, and although we didn't always win every game, we certainly had a lot of fun this spring. We ended league play last year with a final game against a strong Choate team. Although we lost the game 4-1, it was the best game we played all spring. It was the perfect ending to our season. The team played solid defense and made no errors in the field, while at the same time having a consistent showing at the plate. I am proud of each member of this team and their accomplishments. Can you girls stand when I say your names? Daria Acosta-Rua, Mary Collette, Claire Descamps, Allie Gilland, Shelby James, Maddie Light, Andrea Noss, Reese Olmstead, So Young Park, Audrey Quirk, Cecilia Sousa, Morgan Sperry, and Peyton Swift. We have 2 Founders League All-Stars, and they are Maddie Light and Daria Acosta-Rua. And the Softball Award, established in 1993, awarded to that player on the varsity team who the coaches feel has demonstrated the most enthusiasm and dedication to the team. This year's winner is Audrey Quirk. And next year's captains, Maddie Light and Claire Descamps.
Good morning. The boys varsity lacrosse team is currently 11-4 with 1 game to play this afternoon at 4 o'clock at home. So if you've got nothing else to do, that'd be great to come out and get your support. Perhaps our biggest highlight from the year was our 8-7 win over Deerfield Academy on the road. It was the first time we had beaten Deerfield since 2003. But really, my favorite highlight from this year's team is the fact that when these guys that are seniors now, and there's 12 of them, were freshmen, we were we were 6-10 overall, and we weren't particularly good. We were young. We had a lot of young guys playing big roles for us. And this year, we're 11-4. We spent 5 weeks ranked in the national top 25. And we played 6 teams this year that were ranked at some point during the year in the national top 25. 3 of our 4 losses this year came against teams that were at some point in the season ranked in the national top 10. So this season has certainly been a grind, but these guys have done a great job playing in tough games every single time they step on the field. I want to thank the coaches of all of our levels, Coach McGee and Coach Caesars at the thirds level that have done a phenomenal job this year with those young men, Coach Mendoza and Coach Hoffman at the JV level prepping guys to help us out next year, and Coach Madden, who runs our defense and does a fantastic job with a great group of men, and Coach Los Bender, who does a little bit of everything for us. He's our utility man, and he does a phenomenal job as well. Also a big thank to the athletic trainers, those in the health center, because we got a lot of sick boys this year, and Pat O'Toole, who works tirelessly to make sure that we have everything we need to step on the field on game days. Letter and numeral winners, please stand proudly and be recognized. Our numeral winners, best managers in the business, Jesse Calder, Laura Feidelson, and Nolan Glenn. And our varsity letter winners, please stand and be recognized, please. Zach Ambrosino, Tyler Breen, Joe Carter, Jack Collins, Eli Cooper, Matt Davies, Lucas DiPietrantonio, Hanley France, Will Gallant, Ryan Golding, Jack Healy, Kevin Klempner, Zach Lewis, Eric Mackin, Jenkins Marshall, Alex Millardo, Brady O'Donnell, Jake Rothman, Brandon Salvatore, Kyle Salvatore, Tim Shield, Will Sipperly, Eric Smith, Sean Sullivan, Sam Sweet, Noah Talhami, Thomas Tenney, Ryan Tetro, Cole Thompson, and Angus V. Brands. We have two Founders League All-Stars, two guys that I think are two of the best players in the country, Tyler Breen and Eric Smith. We have two honorable mention Western New England players, Brady O'Donnell and Angus V. Brands. We have four all Western New England players. In the midfield, Will Sipperly and Jack Collins. At defense, Zach Ambrosino. And at long stick midi, Brandon Salvatore. We were also fortunate enough to have two All-Americans this year. The first, who was named an Under Armour All-American, which makes him one of the top 44 players in the country, and he'll get to play on ESPNU this summer and playing a pretty big game, and that's Tyler Breen. And another guy who was named a U.S. Lacrosse All-American, voted on by the coaches in our league, which is about as high praise as you can get. And this year's All-American, the 12th in program history, is Will Sipperly. Finally, the Odin Lacrosse Award, presented by the Taft varsity lacrosse team of 1966, captained by Ferdy Wandelt, in honor of Mr. Lance Odin, awarded to that member of the varsity squad for sportsmanship, play, and outstanding contribution to lacrosse. This year's winner is a fantastic player, but an even better young man, Jack Collins. We will name our captains after the conclusion of the season this year. Thank you.
Well, to all of you who competed and were recognized, congratulations. It's really been a remarkable season in so many ways. I saw great courage and strength in so many athletes. I'm really proud of you all. To those who still have games or matches today, best of luck. Let's finish strong. And with that, and congratulations to all. We are adjourned. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, same to you.